Hi, friends, and welcome back to another episode of This is for the Soul, the podcast, and I'm your lovely host, Brianna Sade. If you're new here, welcome, and if you are not, welcome back. If you know that before each episode, I intuitively shuffle and select a card from my Oracle deck and do a one card mini reading and deliver any messages that need to be heard from Spirit, the Divine Universe, or whatever it is that you believe in. I set the intention that the message is meant for whoever comes across it, but if it does not resonate with you, that is 100% okay. Just take what does and leave the rest. So, without further ado, let's get into the collective reading. The card that came out today is card number 32, and it says Internal Explorer. 32 in numerology reduces to number 5, and 5 is the number of change. 3 is about creativity and creative consciousness, and 2 is about communication, relationships, peace, harmony. So, with that being said, internal explorer means going within and trusting those changes, tuning into your inner spirit and your intuition for guidance. Trusting your intuition can be hard for some because if you are anybody like me who has a million and one thoughts in their head every single day, all day, it can be difficult to sift through those thoughts and quiet your mind to only focus on the one that matters and the true answer, which there's this saying that stuck with me. I've probably said it before on the podcast, and it's intuition whispers and anxiety screams. Because intuition is not something that is supposed to be felt like if you choose this choice, it's going to lead you astray. It's supposed to be something that just feels right. It clicks, it connects. And it's not meant to leave you anxious, as to where anxiety does leave you anxious and questioning and overthinking and just going through this rabbit hole of, am I making the right choices? Am I doing the right thing? Yada, yada, yada. So that's why it's important to silence your mind. It's important to go within and really connect with your inner being in order to get any type of clarity that you may be looking for. As a whole, though, we are going through a collective consciousness, a collective awakening. We are entering into the age of Aquarius, and the planet Pluto is also entering into the sign of Aquarius. So for all my Aquariuses out there, shout out to you guys because we are in Aquarius season. But y'all are going to be feeling a lot. A lot of people are going to be waking up from bullshit and mentalities that no longer serve them, or facing their own bullshit that they can no longer hide from. Meaning that this is the time to deal with your shit. This is the time to do that shadow work and heal. What this whole Pluto and Aquarius transit is about is very powerful, because Pluto is the planet of birth and regeneration, and Aquarius is the sign of freedom and innovation. And if you know, Aquariuses, they don't give a fuck. This is the energy of I can't and I won't be tied down. This is about karma. It's about freedoms. It's about injustices. It's about technology and just all the things that push society to be a greater, a better, a more evolved society. Now, it can go one of two ways because there is always a negative side. It's all based on you, honestly. 2024 is an 8-year, and 8 is about infinity and limitless opportunities, but it's also the number of karma and truth, which explains why since January 1st that we've been seeing a lot of things being exposed, a lot of crazy weird events have been happening, and a lot of things that have been done in the dark are starting to come to light. But there is a reason for that. It is because we are shifting, we are moving and evolving into a higher consciousness. And a lot of these things that we used to look at are just not hitting how they used to hit anymore. You know, we are realizing that some of this shit is not the truth. And some of these people that we see in our lives are not the people who we thought they were. And it's just really time to wake up and start recognizing what's really good over the bad. Overall, if you know that you've been doing good and you know that you're on the right path, then this is going to be a great year for you. Because when you put out good things, good karma comes back to you in return. So the questions that you need to be asking yourself is, have you been doing what needs to be done to receive what you're seeking for in return? So if you are seeking for positive change, if you're putting in that work and preparing for those positive things to come in, you will receive that. But if you're not doing the work and you're doing the complete opposite, then you're only going to get whatever it is that you dish out. So if you are dishing out bad, then your karma is going to come back just as bad. So whatever end of the stick you fall on, you will receive your karma as so. And so will we all. That is that for this mini reading. I hope that it resonated with you all and that you enjoyed it. And now we can get into today's episode. Hello, guys. As you can see from the title, today I'm going to be talking about mental health, dealing with control issues, and just recognizing that you are your own worst enemy. If you know me, then you know that I am no stranger to talking about my mental health and suffering from depression and anxiety. I also take prescription meds, antidepressants, and the one thing about medicine that everybody doesn't understand or people don't know is that medicine is not meant to heal. It's just meant to suppress, which is why that if you are someone who wants to take their mental health journey seriously, or someone who's looking into just overall bettering themselves, it's all about your lifestyle and your mentality. You have to want to do the work for yourself, because you can't just expect to say, oh, my mental health is shitty, I'm just gonna get diagnosed, take antidepressants, and then I'll be all better. Because no, that's not how it works, babe. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of people who take medication say that they don't feel the same, or it strips their emotions, or it makes them feel like a zombie, which happens because everybody's body reacts differently. But that's just more proof to show that when you take prescription meds for depression and anxiety and things like that, the medicine that you're taking is meant to suppress your feelings. You're not actually working with your feelings. And a lot of the times, your symptoms are going to come out way worse in the beginning, because it only gets worse before it gets better. And that's just something to keep in mind. But with that being said, there's always going to be good days and there's going to be bad days. There have been days where I've felt super duper mentally drained, or I just couldn't get out the bed, even though I still had to force myself to get out of the bed, because it's like, I can't lay in the bed all day and do nothing, because how is that helping me? But the whole idea is me being able to get myself out of that funk and out of that space of depression. And because there are ways to get out of that, but it's all based on the person and how far that person is willing to go to heal or to get better. Healing is an endless cycle for learning and growing, and that's the beauty of it, because you can say you're healed from one thing, but then there's always going to be something else that you have to heal from, and then that triggers a whole new healing journey for something else. So there's always something that you're going to heal from, but the whole point is you're supposed to go through something to learn from it. You go through what you grow through. And I constantly find myself, though, in the same patterns and cycles, because I am stubborn and I have control issues. And I'm in an era of my life where I'm very aware of that. And I'm trying not to let my emotions get the best of me in situations. And I'm also trying to loosen up my grip on trying to control every single thing in my life, because it's impossible to control every single thing in your life. And holding on for dear life to an idea of what you want to that not actualizing, that can be kind of shitty. It can kind of suck, because it's like you had this controlled vision of what you wanted something to look like, but it ended up not looking like that at all. And then it leads to disappointment. And over time, I've become self-aware of this because I've always been a people pleaser. And I realized that my issues with control and wanting to see things go exactly how I want them to go, I realized it was affecting my personal relationships, my progress, my career, my happiness, and just my overall energy just hasn't been where I want it to be. I'm an all or nothing person. And it's taken me a very long time to come to that conclusion. But with me, it's either this or that, like point blank, period. Because there were times where I would stoop to other people's level in hope of finding happiness or fulfillment when I could really just give that to myself. Or I would cheat myself out of fun, joyful experiences or opportunities because of fear and anxiety taking control. Painfully enough, though, I came to terms with this. And in relationships, when I noticed a pattern of me always settling for the bare minimum and trying to force an idea of what I want onto someone else and expecting that in return, I realized I was emotionally lost. And I still kind of am lost. Like I'm not perfect. And every day is a new day. And like I said, healing is this beautiful journey of growing and learning, and your mindset and how you live your life is super essential, because having too much control can actually cause you to lose control. Like, yes, this is your reality and you should be able to control certain aspects of your life. But if you had the power to see how every story and how every chapter begins and ends in every single meticulous detail, what fun would that be? It wouldn't be fun because you're not learning along the way. The journey is just a straight path because you have control over it, full control over it. So it's like, damn, but that's something that I'll have to remind myself too. Sometimes you have to just go with the flow and allow some breathing room for spirit or the universe to intervene, because anything is possible and the sky is the limit. And honestly, the more you try to have control, it's like you're blocking your blessings on the possibilities of what could be. You might want something to work out one way, but when it doesn't, it can work out in a completely different way that you didn't even see coming. This whole time you were focused on one outcome, that you didn't realize that there were 50 million other outcomes waiting for you on the horizon. Like, life is not meant to be perfect. It's not meant to be exactly how you envisioned it. And fear is something that continuously holds us back because we're like, well, damn, I'm scared of this. And change is scary. So it's like, I'm not going to make this decision. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that because I'm scared. But what are you scared of? All right, you guys, that wraps up today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I thank you so much for listening. Make sure that you are staying up to date on the 444 The Soul IG page. And also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on whatever platform you are listening to this on, so we can continue to spread the love to more people. And I will chit chat with you guys next time. Bye.